Hey everybody, it's Glenn from Fat Glenn's Fish. Happy New Year. Today's video is week one of my progress around the fish room. Got a few new babies and whatnot to talk about. See you on the other side. Righto, so this tank is the first one I've done water changes on this week. I've had a busy week at work, so didn't get as much done out here as I would have liked, but top row is a group of Pseudotropheus interruptus on the bottom. This was bought as Johanni, but I'm sure by that male there that they're not Johanni. Got only a small group, maybe 4 girls and a boy in there, and they have started to produce for me. I did pull out a small number of fry the other day. The peacock we're looking at is the Olonocara Stuart Grant Eye Cobway. Nice line of fish, predominantly blue body with the red tail, the red finnage, and this group just isn't quite working for me yet, and it's probably a combo thing that the interruptus are quite busy and just hasn't worked for whatever reason. And up the top we've got a very large trio of Cope Paterchromis Goetzi Gomi, which despite their size are a pretty wussy fish. I'm having zero luck with breeding them, but they're kind of sitting here out of harm's way and we'll get there eventually. This is just a tumbler of cobalt blue zebras that I pulled a week or so ago that are starting to take shape, so hopefully we'll be letting them out in another week or so. Okay, back up top. This is my group of Metriaclima elongatus chawere, and this is a not too common Mabuna cichlid. We've got a nice boy and a couple of females and juvies in here. They're breeding, and I'm having a bit of a run where I don't always get to the females when I need to, but we did get a result this week just gone with a little box. I don't know how easy it is to see in there, but we've got maybe 15 or 20 fry, which is real nice. The peacock we're running up here is my Nagara flametail colony. I've got quite a number of males in there. Should probably look at maybe selecting the choice males. They haven't been a high priority on my breeding of late. And we've got a couple of stray polystigmas just in here to sort of grow on. I think the 2 big ones are girls, so I'm chasing a boy. Next along is quite a good looking tank to look at, but it's not working because it's all out of balance. This is my colony of Metriaclima gold cawangas, which there's a beautiful boy coming past there, the big yellow and black fella. Very nice lad, but there's 2 or 3 boys in there, and I think I need to pull out a couple of the sneakers and do my best to get onto them. The peacocks are my orange blotch colony. This is not one for the purists, obviously, being hybrids, but they are certainly a very attractive fish, and I need to do some work there to pull out some females and select the male that I like the look of. There's a very pretty sort of dragon bloody style thing there, but I prefer the ones with the more mauve and purple going on. Next along is my young colony of super red hongies, and we've got a beautiful couple of males showing up here. Really nice line. Thanks Mario and whoever else you got them from. And lucky enough to pull my first mouthful of those, so we've got a tumbler down here with maybe 8 or 10. It's not many, but it's a start. The peacock we're running up the top there is the Olonocara Mabenji, or Koning's-eye Mabenji, the blue regals. Haven't bred any of these for a little while. It's not that they haven't been breeding, it's just that I haven't been getting up there when there's been mouthfuls. So that's on me. Next tank along is my beautiful Elongatus Mapangas. I've got some very nice males in here which are doing their best to breed once again, and I have missed mouthfuls there. I think there's a little baby darting around dead centre of tank there that has survived, but nowhere near enough output because of my inactivity. The peacocks we're looking at are the Elonakara firefish, so we're looking at another line-bred hybridised sort of deal, but certainly strong colour and something that most shops go for, and that's why we're running them. They're a bread and butter and a helps pay the bills sort of fish. Next tank along is looking a bit dusty, unfortunately, because I did throw in some new sand when I did the latest water change. This is my colony of rusties. The humble rusty, it's something that I've always enjoyed having, and it's one of those fish that a lot of people tend to go past because they're on to the next biggest thing and someone else will breed them. I'm trying, so that's rusties. And something I forgot to mention is I do put a lot of my darker coloured Mbuna species up on this top row because of the blue backgrounds. It gives me a better chance of seeing what's going on with breeding. All my other breeding tanks are black backgrounds, and I tend to struggle to see what's going on with the darker bodied fish because they go even darker. Lastly, the Mbuna, the hap up there is a new one, and I've got to thank Long for this. These are the Protomelus fenestratus Stevani Easterns, which I got down a few weeks before Christmas, and they've settled in nicely. It's a shame we can't get some good footage of the male, but we'll come out another day when that tank's clearer. And lucky enough on Sunday to pull out a nice start to my breeding with these. We've got a couple of mouthfuls of these, so keep an eye out later on, a couple of weeks, months in, and we'll hopefully have some available. Okay, so we'll finish up in here. I want to give you just an update to finish with on the Daphnia project outside. We've had a little bit of warm weather this first week in Tassie, so I think that has influenced things. One thing I've kind of taught myself this last week is if I want to feed just a tank of fish, I'm now using a smaller net to do my scooping around, which is giving me just a nice little dollop of critters, which is enough to feed a tank quite well. The second thing I've sort of started to expand on, because I've had some advice from a buddy that I should start harvesting this a bit harder now that it's taken. I'm sort of worried about, as I mentioned last time, not leaving enough behind, but what I got a bit of a pleasant surprise on the other day was I made my first effort at harvesting with my arm in a bit further, like getting wet down to the elbow and heading down towards the bottom of the tank. Because as mentioned last time, these things will kind of migrate up and down throughout the water column during the day. And we're getting a much better amount the digger we deep, and this is allowing me to start to feed a good number of tanks each day, rather than just favouring those couple of tanks that I was originally. So there you go, that's a week of progress, and I'm still learning how to feed this thing, so it's pretty exciting. That's a dense little mass of bugs. All right, so that's my week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week for the next version.